Hello and welcome to another Hogwarts Legacy Vivarium tour video showing you everything I did in my little vivarium. And the vivarium that we are doing today, should I say that word one more time, is the Grasslands, aka like the mountain region. And yeah, as always, I'm very excited to show you this one and show you how I decorated it. I don't know if that's the right word since it's outside. Placed a bunch of trees and things, but before we get into it, before I show you the tour, if you're new here and you want to be a part of a community, that believes weird is magical and magic is real, weird is magical, weird is wonderful. Wow, we got weird there. Weird is wonderful and magic is real. Then hit that subscribe button down below and be notified every time there's a new video. All right, let's get into this grassy business. For anybody that isn't sure and isn't playing the game or just doesn't remember like me and is directionally challenged, this is the entrance for the Grasslands, aka the mountain region, and you'll see why it's called that. It goes by Grasslands, but let's walk in. You will have noticed in other vivariums that I love a good centerpiece. I love framing and I love walking into this space and seeing those mountains, but there's like a bit of framing too, and you've got a nice centerpiece like all the way at the end. In here we've got like the phoenix, and I'll bring all the animals out after because they just be taking up space and walking in. And I think the jobberknolls and the Kneazle and the nifflers are all in here. So we got a good bit of animals that are like flying around. But yeah, I imagined like I was focusing mostly on the Kneazles for some reason because I'm a cat person and how they would walk around and what the place would look like. And this is what I came up with. And I just think the background is so stunning that, I mean, look at the mountain over there and we've got that lake right there that I really wanted to frame it. And I love that the, well, let's start walking down here. I love that this fountain, which you will have seen in other vivariums that I've done because you only get so many items. But you'll notice, and I love like the lavender. I just love putting bushes down. Those were so much fun to put down. And they just give life to things and they give movement to things. I love the chimney. I just love all the movement. But yeah, we only get so many things. And I have used that fountain before, but this one, we just turned it up quite a notch. And I framed this side over here. We'll get to this area. This little gazebo, this little spire over there. But I tried to frame it like it is a bit of a forest so that you do have some areas that you kind of come out to and go, whoa, like it's so pretty. So yeah, right over on the right, I've got this area for feeding my animals. Every single one of my vivariums has a place for them to eat because I love me some food and I think my animals be wanting to be fed. So we have that over there with a good bit of space. And for this one, we just did one main path just to kind of keep it simple and really open because I wanted to highlight that I was going to say cityscape, the mountainscape. It's gorgeous. So let's just take a walk around. And if you don't recall, this structure over there, and you'll see it coming around, already existed. So I was like playing off of that a little bit. But yeah, this was in my swamp vivarium, but smaller, but lit up. You really get to see, like you get to see the trolls that are holding it up and just spitting on the mermaids. And it's just creepy in a different way. Whereas in the other one, it's darker and you just see it like differently. I love how light plays with things. That's why I called my channel Love and Lumos, because I love both. I love love and I love light. So we get to play with light in all of these vivariums. And this one has a good bit. So we have this path that just kind of goes around. You'll notice the trees are like populating themselves because they do that. They just show up. And we've got two houses here. We got little neighbors kind of congregated around this fountain. So we have this one here, and we kept it very simple. No fences, nothing like that, just really open. Yeah, there wasn't much more. We have this nice bridge just in the background there. I wanted to highlight that and be able to access it. It's in me to just be tempted to place things all over the place. And I did do that quite a bit in, what was it? The swamp for sure, and the forest. Those were really filled out. Whereas the grasslands are kind of like medium filled out. And then the coast is dialed back and very simple and very subtle and gives room for the animals because I was trying to consider the animals that are in there. So again, I love this anvil because it gives a nice sound. And then over here, if you remember from the coast, well, I'll let you just see that one. We wanted to bring our favorite elf in Hogwarts Legacy along and make sure he has a place to stay of his own, and that is Deke, the house elf. I wish we could just give him a sock and let him be free. Okay. Every time I see him scrubbing something in my room of requirement, I just want to be like, no, go to your cottage and go to these places that I built for you. But alas, Earwax, he just continues scrubbing away. Poor little Deke. But regardless, I wanted to make a little space for him, and we positioned it kind of around this entrance, which already existed. And it's not playable space anyway. You can't put anything down there. So we just played off of the non-playable space. So you can just walk up that way if you wanted to. And we even made this lamp, or I even made this lamp smaller. And then you come around here, and Deke also has a little fire pit. Didn't they have a fire pit? Well, he has a centerpiece and he has a place to hang out. I mean, I didn't make the seat like super miniature. Probably could have done that, but he'd look cute sitting on there. I did add this brick one just to kind of almost seem like the building extended out a little bit further. It was not there already. And I like this tree. Very simple, didn't fill out the space. And then over here, we have a little like, just a little nook. We've been doing that in every vivarium, whether it's kind of back hidden somewhere or just an open space like this. And as always, I like framing things. So we have the seats on either side, we have bushes on either side, and I placed these like really cool, I love these like spirally stone businesses that add a little bit of flower and color too. But yeah, still kept it quite simple because I wanted to be able to walk in here and like look out. Cause like I'm straight up coming into these vivariums like on my free time to calm down and get a bit of zen. But yeah, this way there's nothing blocking and you get to really see. Look at this. Can we get real close here? Hold on. Oh God, look at that. Look at that river. You know, just to be able to come out and nearly fall off a cliff and get a bit of peace, you know what I'm saying? But I laid a little bit of rock down on top there. And then there's the seats all turned in that direction so that you're looking out, because I want things set up for how you would use them. So now you're getting a shot from this side, an angle from this side, but we're gonna keep following the path. I did change the stone a little bit. So cobblestone I used a lot. I really love cobblestone, and just a quick little tip. It's like the bottom 2 rows of like flooring are the only rows that you can lay other things on top of, whereas the kind of thicker stone, you can't put anything else on top. So I really like cobblestone for that. But I wanted to keep one singular path and fluid movement for this one because it's very open, a U shape, just simple. It's all about that entrance, I'll tell you what. But I do like, let's go to like behind the houses. I do like putting things in little hidden spots. So back here, we framed it with the well right there, and it turned on the side there to give a little spherical look. And then over here, we have these little beehives, which I thought would be really fitting in the background. And while we're here, like, can we just soak up this view? In fact, it's too bad we can't sit down in Hogwarts Legacy. Look at these guys. What are they actually called? They're not bees. Like I said this in another one, but they're not bees. They're magical flying things that we need to nourish. But I do love these contraptions. When you set them down first, they're closed and then the top pops up and the little fan turns on and then they just become alive. So this is another spot that is just, you know, got movement, but also a place to sit and take in this view. Look at it right now. Look at these mountains. Obviously not playable space over there, so we're gonna play off that and just view it. So that's just a little hidey hole over there. And then the well, I didn't put anything behind the other house. I don't think I could have because of where I placed it. So that's just a little spot there. And then we're back at the fountain. Again, I went kind of like medium as far as the amount of stuff that I put down in this one. But then we have this open area over here, which is on the other side of that kind of like foresty fence that I built because I wanted to hide this entrance, this little gazebo over here. Also, I'm still loving my outfit. The Merlin cloak, go and get yourself that cloak, or coat, cloak. Anyway, we're following this path, getting another gorgeous view, which we wouldn't get if we just maxed it up. and then takes us over to this gazebo. So I love these gazebos. They just give another little space to just be, but there's so many different ways you can utilize them. And this one, I didn't go all out. I didn't even do seating. It was just a place to kind of like, I don't know, walk in here, be in the gazebo. And then look, you get this gorgeous view. Let me get a good position over here of this water. Just come on now. Look at that mountain and the lighting of the gazebo. So yeah, it's just a little hidey hole. I think, can I go out that way? I forget. No. And over there you can kind of fill out. Sorry, that was alarming. But let's go back around. It just forces you, like, you don't need a walkway out of everything or multiple ways out of everything. It kind of forces you to take the long walk in this one, which I felt like was, well, it was just an intentional choice to take more time to really soak up like the most scenic view out of all three of the vivariums in Hogwarts Legacy. And yeah, I just wanted to soak it up. Sometimes we need to force ourselves to just chill and take our time and soak things up. But yeah, now we're heading back out. Let's get to this main entrance here. Let's go to the feeding area right here. Take one final little view. Deke's house, the big old fountain right there. And now let's release our animals. So these are all of the creatures here. Let's place them. Well, we already placed them. Let's look at them in our grasslands. Where are you at? Oh, you all clustered over here. Of course you are. So we've got the Nifflers, the Kneazle. We've got our Phoenix, Fox the Phoenix. Yes, this is Fox, because he lives forever. And then the Jobberknolls. So a lot of smaller creatures. And so, you know, I wanted a space where they had a lot more air and a place to breathe and be. So that, my friends, what are you doing? Look at these guys. They're so cute. I could just sit here and stare at the animals for days, but we are not here to do that. I will do that on my off time. But alas, anyway, that is the Grasslands. I almost forgot the name. I just want to call it the mountain region. That is my Grasslands Vivarium tour. I would love to know in the comments down below, what did you think of this tour? Would you have done anything differently? Would you have put any other animals in there differently? I did choose animals that go well with each other because they can kind of, you know, not get along or get along. And they just felt like they fit in here. So, but I would be curious for any of you who are playing Hogwarts Legacy or just got it. Let me know in those comments down below what you thought or what you're doing with your vivarium. I would love to see. And don't forget about our Discord group. In our Discord group, we talk about all sorts of things. But if you have some photos of your vivariums, I would love to see them. And I would love to talk all things Hogwarts Legacy and make it last. But anyway, that is my Grasslands Vivarium. I will see you in those comments down below. And until next time, my magical friends, remember to love what you love with everything you have, all the mountainous gorgeousness, and keep making magic. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye.